spelling your last for the record.
Hi there, my name is Danny Hoy. Hoy is spelled H-O-Y.
What do you do for a living?
Well, I have a very long and extensive background in private security. I've worked as a private bodyguard for a number of foreign dignitaries and congressmen, but currently I'm the head of security at the Black Bear Casino.
And what does your job as head of security entail?
Well, I do a number of things. I watch the camera feeds to make sure no one is cheating at the tables. I break up any fights, and trust me, I can handle it. Ronda Rousey may not be undefeated, but I am. Basically, I try and keep the Black Bear as scandal-free as possible.
Who's your boss?
My boss is the owner of the Black Bear Casino, Miss Avery Bancroft.
Do you know some of the customers who go into the Black Bear?
Oh, absolutely. I know many of the frequent customers who come to the Black Bear Casino.
Do you know Chase Covington?
Yes, I do.
How do you know Chase Covington?
Well, I would see Chase around anytime he was in the VIP room or for any meetings that he may have had with Miss Bancroft.
Was it unusual for Chase Covington and Avery Bancroft to meet?
Not at all. In fact, they met quite often in the month of April to discuss Miss Bancroft's new business proposal.
Do any meetings come to mind?
Yes, the one that sticks out, because I worked security for that meeting, is April 13th.
Where was that meeting taking place?
Well, we have a hotel located in the casino, and so it took place in one of our private suites, room 312.
Was it unusual for meetings to take place in that hotel?
It didn't happen too often, but every now and again we get the politician or celebrity who'd like their privacy, so we set them up in one of the private suites and make sure they're not disturbed.
And to be clear, you were working security that day,
Yes, of course.
and you were working that meeting.
Yes, I was. I arrived around 1 o'clock, did a whole sweep of the room to make sure there were no hidden devices, and after that I performed a pat-down on anyone attending the meeting, and also briefly removed all electronics before they proceeded inside.
Who was a part of that meeting?
Well, there were 4 people and 4 people only who attended that meeting. Avery Bancroft, Mr. Chase Covington, Miss Bancroft's assistant, Corey Hyde, as well as Mickey Keenan. Basically, if your name wasn't on the list, you weren't getting in unless I gave the okay.
Did Chase Covington go into that meeting with a briefcase?
He did arrive with a briefcase. I removed his cell phone as well as the tablet located in the briefcase, and then he proceeded inside with the remaining documents inside the briefcase.
I'd like to take you to one of your jobs as head of security. Do you look at the security feeds?
Yes, of course.
How much of the casino can be seen on those security feeds?
We see roughly 90% of the casino and hotel. We do have a couple of blind spots, and those are located in the VIP room. However, to make up for that, I have part of my staff, the employees, be on the floor at that time watching the customers and any games going on.
Would you recognize a diagram of the VIP room if I were to show it to you in court today?
Yes, of course.
Permission to approach from the council?
You don't need to ask permission to approach each other.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just the witness.
Permission to approach the witness? What that is handy.
This is the diagram of the VIP room at the Black Bear Casino.
Is that a fair and accurate copy?
Yes, it is.
Defense moves to admit defense any of the evidence.
No objections, Your Honor.
Okay. Would Your Honor like a courtesy copy? Permission to approach? Please explain that diagram to members of the jury.
Well, these are the 6 tables located in the VIP room. Now, these 5 tables right here have 2 cameras, which offer a front and back angle on the camera feed. Now, the center table only has 1 camera, and that is an overhead viewing. Now, all these white areas, such as the one at the front of the center table here, are called blind spots, and that is an area I cannot see from my security feed.
Did anyone play at that center table very often?
Ms. Bancroft played there sometimes, as well as any other high rollers that came into the casino.
Were you working security on April 16th?
Yes, I was.
Did you see Chase Covington go into the VIP lounge?
Yes, I was in my office on that day, and I saw Mr. Covington enter the VIP room and disappear into the blind spot located at the center table.
Did you see Avery Bancroft go into the VIP room?
Yes, she as well disappeared into the blind spot at the center table.
And were either carrying briefcases?
Yes, in fact, they both came in carrying briefcases on that day.
Did you ever see them exchange those briefcases?
From where I was sitting, I saw nothing odd take place.
Did any one on your staff mentioned seeing them exchange briefcases on that day.
No, they did not.
Did you see Chase Covington walk out with a different briefcase?
No, I did not.
And did you see Avery Bancroft go out of that VIP room with a different briefcase?
No, I did not.
No further questions. Permission to approach the witness, retrieve the evidence, and publish to the jury?
Are you planning on using this
No,
demonstrator?
Your Honor.
Okay, that's fine.
May I proceed across?
Yes. Proceed.
Ms. Hoy, you're the head of security at the Blackberry Scene, right?
Yes, I am.
And this entails dealing with all the patrons at the Blackberry.
That's correct.
And this entails making sure every Bancroft casino runs smoothly.
That is correct.
And you're also in charge of the security cameras.
Yes, I am.
And in fact, there's a blind spot in this casino.
Yes, there is.
Specifically, there's one blind spot in the VIP room.
Yes, there is.
And you made it aware to Bancroft that this blind spot did exist.
I did.
And you had concerns that this blind spot should be fixed.
That's right. I suggested doubling up on the personnel that we already had in there. However, she said that they...
Objection to relevance, Your Honor, may be heard.
Okay.
Whether Ms. Hoy had concerns about blind spot in the casino has no relevance to any exchange occurring in today's case, and that's what's truly relevant.
So this is the blind spot that you discussed. We're talking about the same blind spot, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, but Ms. Hoy's concerns are not relevant in today's case.
Okay, your objections are overruled.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Hoy, just for clarification, Ms. Bancroft knew that this blind spot did in fact exist.
That is correct, and so in order to take care of this problem, we would put members of my staff in the VIP room to look over these blind spots and anything else occurring in the lounge.
Okay, Ms. Hoy, I want to talk about that blind spot a little bit later. Let's talk about April 13th. Now, you ran security for this meeting.
Yes, I did.
And in fact, Ms. Bancroft had told you that security needed to be extra tight for this meeting.
She did.
And you arrived early to that meeting,
Yes, I did.
did a thorough search of the room,
Yes, I did.
and you ran security outside of the room.
That is correct.
You checked Ms. Mickey Keenan,
I did.
you checked Mr. Corey Hyde,
Correct.
you checked your boss, Ms. Avery Bancroft,
Yes, I did.
and you checked Mr. Chase Covington.
That is correct.
Mr. Chase Covington had a briefcase on it, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
And you took this briefcase and checked the insides.
Yes, I did.
And you touched his tablet,
I removed his tablet, yes. So
and you saw the documents inside.
I noticed there were documents inside. I didn't go through them. I simply removed the briefcase and removed the tablet and returned to his briefcase.
And then you proceeded to close the briefcase and give it back to Mr. Covington.
That's right.
Okay. And then the meeting went on, correct?
That is correct.
And you couldn't hear anything that was going on inside.
No, I wanted to give them their privacy, and so I, in fact, moved slightly down the hallway from where the main door was.
Okay. So now I want to move on. I want to talk to April 16th. Now, you were working that day, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
And you were watching the security camera feed.
Correct.
You saw Avery Bancroft walk into the room
Yes, I did.
with a briefcase.
That is correct.
Having this briefcase was very unusual, wasn't it?
It was the first time she'd entered the casino or the VIP room with a briefcase, yes.
You saw Chase Covington enter that room.
That is correct.
You saw Chase enter with a briefcase as well.
That is correct.
You saw him with a briefcase that you believed was similar to the one on April 13th.
It looked slightly similar, however, I'm looking through a camera feed, and so I can't say to how actually alike they were.
But you believe that this was similar to the one you had come into contact with on April 13th.
Again, it looked similar, yes.
And then they proceeded to play the game, correct?
Correct.
And you watched the blackjack game that occurred between Avery Bancroft and Chase Covington.
No, after they sat down, I stopped watching, and then I noticed about 15 minutes later that Mr. Covington left.
So you were watching other things, such as the slot machines and other parts of the casino.
I was watching everything, yes.
You weren't paying attention to the game that was going on April 16th between Avery Bancroft and Chase Covington.
Well, I was paying attention in terms of occasionally looking over. At one point, I did see that Avery Bancroft was on her phone once or twice. However, my attention was also on the rest of the casino that I'm in charge
So,
of.
Ms. Hoy, you weren't paying attention to the briefcases that were underneath the table.
No, I was not.
And you testified that Chase Covington left with a briefcase.
Yes, they both left with a briefcase.
They both left with a briefcase.
Correct.
And Chase Covington left with a briefcase that you said was similar to the one that you saw on April 13th.
They both left with a briefcase. However, I can't say anything more as to that.
And this briefcase that you saw him leave with was the one that you came into contact with on April 13th.
That is correct.
The one that you touched and checked the insides of.
That's right.
The one that you stated had the financial documents inside.
That is correct.
No further questions at this time.
Are we ready, Your Honor?
Sure.
May I proceed?
Yes.
Did you watch Avery Bancroft and Chase Covington play at that table?
Like I said, my attention was occasionally drawn over to the game that they were playing, and I was also monitoring everything else that was going on in the casino and the hotel at that time.
Did you watch them both leave?
Yes, I did.
Did you see them leave with different briefcases?
No, I did not. I saw no exchange take place.
No further questions.
No recourse at this time, Your Honor.
Permission for my